Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Austin of The Lone Few. Today, I'm going to show you guys basically everything that we know that this guy Huckleberry or Leroy or Chuck or whatever you really want to call him. I've heard people call him the Giant. I'm just going to show you everything that he can do to date that we know at the moment, which actually is a lot more than you would initially think. But yeah, let's get started. Now, first of all, just to get this out of the way, to unlock his cell, you just simply go to his cell, and right outside of it on the left, there is a hook with a key on it. You simply take that key, open the lock with it, and he'll start cowering in the corner because, you know, you just entered into his domain. So what you want to do then is just go on the right-hand side of the cell, pick up the little booze bottle, hand it to him, and he will be all like, yay! And then he'll run through the giant barrier ahead of him and he'll break free, and then he just kind of roams around the map doing whatever he really pleases until you call upon him later. Now, in order to get him to do what you want, you're going to need one of two things. One is the booze, and the booze can be found in the saloon, basically just on one of these tables. It only spawns once per round, but if you want to, you can go up to the bar tap and just buy another one for 1,000 points. It's actually really not that hard to get at all. The other thing that you're going to need is the candy, and to that you just open up the candy shop, and it's placed somewhere in this building. It can also be in the room behind this this main place here, or you can just go up to the register and buy one again for 1,000 points. They do overwrite each other, however, this and the booze, so you can only have one if you don't have the other. Although two people can have them at the same time, meaning one guy can have candy, one guy can have booze, but there can never be two booze or two candies. Now, there are various ways to manipulate the guy. First of all, if you have either the candy or the booze, he will always follow you. If you have the candy and your friend has the booze, however, he will always follow the booze rather than the candy. It's preferred, I guess, to the candy. You can also knife him at any time, really, even if he's not following you, and he will run faster, which is something that not only a lot of people know. I didn't know until I tried it, obviously. But you know, he runs for maybe, honestly, around 3, maybe 4 seconds, and then he stops again. So it can be useful, like, to actually get him out of a mob of zombies, because that can get very annoying. However, if you shoot him by mistake, or maybe even not mistake, you're just a dick like that, he will go and he'll trap himself back in the cage, and you're gonna have to unlock him again, which can be kind of annoying. However, if you shoot him and then make it back to the cage before he does, and just, you know, hang out in there and wait for him to get there, then it'll kind of cancel it out. Like, if you just step in the cage, he shows up, and then he just kind of stops, and he's your friend again. I think that's meant just so that you can't get locked in the cage with him. So, you know, might as well use that to your advantage. If he's running to the cage, beat him to the cage, and he won't lock himself in. Now, if he does by chance get to the cage and you're gonna have to unlock him again, basically what you do is you have to look around the map for these hooks that look identical to the hook that the original key was on, and you're just gonna have to find the one with the key on it. Now, there are hooks literally everywhere on the map. I would suggest just scanning every single building. I don't believe it can be in the tunnels or in the spawn, or I don't think it's in the mansion, and I doubt it's going to be in the church, just because you need him to open those. But everything else, I believe, is fair game, and you're just going to have to look around. I mean, it's pretty hard to miss just that glowing orb on the key rack. So once you find it, then you just take that, and you unlock it same as normal, and then he'll come out, and he'll be your friend again for another adventure sometime. And now the first thing that basically everyone has already figured out how to do is just to, you know, open all these barriers. There are 7 barriers that he can break, and basically to break them, all that you have to do is you have the booze, you need to guide him right in front of the barrier, and then you want to be facing the barrier and have him facing away from the barrier. Give him the booze with X, and he will drink it, throw it down, turn around, and just charge in that direction. That's right behind him. And you'll be able to break the barrier, and you'll be able to get inside, no problem. Like I said, there are 7 that can be broken. They are the Jug Machine, what we're calling the Armory. Basically, it's the place right in front of the chalk drawings. The Navguard table parts.
Stuff, okay? Should I be pleased? And if so, why?
This little alleyway leading back to right next to the candy shop.
Okay.
The church.
Hey!
The witch's mansion.
You're gonna catch me! You better make sure you finish the job!
And the fountain, which can be used in conjunction with destroying the other fountain to get yourself back to spawn.
Hey! He's a destructive son of a bitch. I think I like him.
Now that was all with the booze, but now if you feed him the candy, then he will basically become your own personal bodyguard. He'll follow you around and just basically kick and punch and just wail on all of the zombies. Unfortunately, it does not count as that zombie is dead, so they will respawn, which I guess, I mean, it's good to get you out of a situation. It also doesn't last a full round or anything, or a number of zombies. I believe it's around, I don't know, 45, 60 seconds, give or take, but it does help you out a bit. Especially if you want to like farm for points, you can just shoot a guy 4 times in the leg, and then he can run up and get him, and then the guy will just respawn with full health. If that makes any sense. But yeah. Then also with the candy, if you take him to a workbench and just do the same thing as the barriers, then he will try to build something on the bench. As far as I know, it's random what he'll build, but he will run off in a random direction. He'll run off basically to the hardware store. Pick up all the parts. He doesn't have to do multiple trips or anything. He literally just runs there, picks them all up at once, takes them on back, and just builds whatever it is. So it is nice and simple, nice and quick. It saves a lot of time, and you know, it's just generally good. The only problem again is that you don't know what he's gonna build, and apparently also he knocks over zombies during this mode. I guess because the candy is in him, so he can harm zombies. But there you go, it's built, and he built me the head chopper, and now I can chop heads and stuff. Awesome. Then going back with the booze, he can also get your power-ups for you, basically. If you point him in the right direction and he runs into the power-up, he will get it, and it will work just the same as any other power-up. So I guess it could work if there's a max ammo like across the map and you just want to like snipe it with the guy. But then you can also, if you just have a drop there and say you don't want this max ammo, you'd rather have, I don't know, a carpenter. You can do that with the candy and just... he'll form this carpenter, or he'll form anything, and you know, it's nice like that. I'm not sure if you can get a perk bottle, however. I think you probably could, but I have not personally gotten one yet. Now then, there's a number of things that you can do with the box. All of this has to do with the candy. Now if you go to a box spawn and you use the candy with him, he will basically just look around and he'll run to wherever the box currently is, and he picks it up and takes it there. Honestly, this is probably my favorite part, not only for just the usefulness, but also the animation of him grabbing the box and just bear hugging it and running all the way back to wherever you hit it. I believe it stays there until you get the bear, which is good because then you don't at all have to deal with the bear if you just want to, you know, keep moving it with you and everything. But yeah, it's fully functional. You can do everything with that. But even if you don't want to move it, if you want to keep it in one spot and you don't ever want it to move, then you can just do basically the same thing with a box that is already there, and then he'll run up and punch it like you just saw, and you'll never get the bear again. It'll always stay in that position. Then the other thing that you can do is you can re-roll the box. if you simply hit the box first, say, hey, I don't want this ray gun, and then do the candy thing with him, and he'll go re-roll it again. This time I so happen to get another ray gun, because I'm just that lucky. So that's basically it, you guys. That is all I have to say on Huckleberry. He is a very, very useful tool and friend and guy with an amazingly odd haircut. But that's all I have to say for today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or subscribe or really do whatever it is that people do on YouTube nowadays. I don't know. I'm still on the 5-star rating system. Does anyone even know what that is anymore? I'm confused. But I will see you guys when I see you guys. So see you guys. Peace.